Hello and welcome to Winter Grace Senior Ministries. I am Debbie Bergio. You may not know this, but I am the wife of a career Navy submariner. We've moved 14 times in those years, and we've already lived in this house for 14 years, so now we're accumulating, and one day we'll have to downsize. We've both helped our parents downsize their homes, and fortunately, there's someone out there that can help you with this whole process. I am joined today by Carmen Edmonds, Client Experience Manager with Wayforth. Carmen, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Will you please share with us, Wayforth covers a wide range of services. Would you please share those with us?
Sure. So Wayforth is a full service move management company. So our goal with Wayforth is that you pick up the phone and that is it for you. So we take care of everything from planning the move to actually professionally packing. We have movers that will move you, and then we will actually settle you in, doing everything from hanging up pictures on the wall to recreate exactly what it was like in your previous home, to removing all those boxes. And additionally, if you are running into problems where you're just like, I'm not ready to let this go, we have storage facilities as well. So we really can help you with the full array of issues or challenges that can come up when you're actually in the process of moving.
So you literally help people sort through their things to make their priorities and help them with that.
Absolutely. So when we actually start with a move plan. So one of our CEMs, so a client experience manager, will come meet you in your home, and we want to meet you and see exactly how you're currently living, because our goal is to recreate. Most movers think of the destination, or they think of the origin. So they think a moving company will walk into your home and say, this is how many boxes I have to pack. And they're not thinking about how many boxes do I have to unpack and where are all those items going to go in their new home. So with a move management company, our whole concept is how is this going to fit in the destination? So that's really where we start. So we will meet with you complimentary in your home, and we walk through and we have those hard conversations and say, what is important to you? What do you absolutely need? What is something that you're holding on to that you really don't need, and it won't really fit into what you want your future place to look like? So we have those conversations and we create a plan. So we refer to it as a roadmap. And in those initial meetings, we actually can create a floor plan. So a 2-scale floor plan of your new home. And we can actually measure out everything, and we can visually show you what will fit and what will not. And if something's not going to fit, we actually come up with, we have a plan for that as well. We walk through, should we donate this? We have a lot of companies and missions that we work with for donation processes. Should we move this to a family member? Does someone in Virginia want to hold on to this armoire? Or we have a storage facility. So we can have concierge storage where you can come over to us, you tell us what you need, and we can deliver it to your home when you find that space for wherever that place is going to go. So definitely we have a lot of services that we offer, but really it's just initially meeting with you and figuring out exactly what you need. So it's all tailored to what you want your destination to look like.
So when you move in, it feels like home, and you have thought it out, and it's not so hectic and overwhelming.
Exactly. So we always talk about how moving is in the top 3 most stressful things that a person will experience in their entire lives. Mm-hmm. And a lot of our focus is on those senior movers. So again, a lot of times people haven't moved from their homes in 40 to 60 years. And it's just figuring out where to start and having a person with you. Sometimes it's just hard to, make those decisions alone. And again, you haven't done this in 40 to 60 years, and this is something that we do every day. So it's really having that partner that can walk through every step and answer every question for you, and then give you solutions. If you don't have a answer for that, we have the answer for it.
That's so much comfort and takes a lot of that stress out of what, like you said, it's one of the top 3 most stressful events. That explains a lot, since we've done this 14 times. No wonder I feel stressed sometimes.
It's funny. My husband is military as well, and we just moved from Seattle, and it's hectic, especially if you don't have that partner and you don't have that that support. And I can only imagine what it feels like when you haven't done this every 2 to 3 years.
Right,
So
right.
it's definitely, especially if you are not, versed in the move process, why give yourself that stress?
Absolutely. So we call you up. We say how about, we're just thinking about downsizing. Is that pre-move period? I mean, is that something you all do too? Even if we don't have our move, we might not be moving for a year or so.
Absolutely. Our biggest thing, one of the biggest suggestions that we have for our clients is start early. It is a process and it's overwhelming sometimes. So give yourself that built-in time. So a lot of times we are talking to clients that are not moving for a year. But really for downsizing, it's really my biggest tip is to start early and to start small. Don't overwhelm yourself with, today I'm going to do 4 rooms in my home. Start with a closet. Really make a list, identify your favorite things, what can you not live without, and then move from there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then definitely it's just creating those sorting piles. So if you're working on, again, start small. If you're working on one closet, what is something that you wear all the time, and this is something that's important, even if it's a sentimental value, you cannot give that up. So put that in one pile. That's something that's going with you. What is something you haven't seen in a few years? It just has dust in the back of your closet. Maybe put that in the donate pile or the trash pile. So really, again, starting small and starting early is my biggest piece of advice. And sometimes, especially because these things your possessions hold sentimental values to you. So a lot of times just having that additional person there, outsider, being able to say, okay, when was the last time you actually saw that? I see a little dust in that shoulder. When have you seen that in the past? So really having those hard conversations, because again, it is very emotional and it's hard. And that's something that we like to present, or we come to you with compassion and understanding that this is a process and we are here along the step or every step of the way.
As you were just talking, I just can't imagine all the stories that you must hear, and you hear all the stories about these important items, and as you're working with that client, and that just that has to be a special part of what you do.
Absolutely. Having those connections and just the stories of these lives well lived, and making sure, and a goal of ours is to make sure that when they're moving, they are not overwhelmed with the things that they've taken and they can't settle in and start another step of their lives. So really having that, we know what they have been through and how many good memories they've had and what those possessions mean to them. But what does that look like in their new step or in their next step? So it's definitely such an interesting position to be put in, because again, it is a lot of emotions there. So really connecting on that point and understanding why these things or why these possessions really matter.
So when you okay, so it's all packed up, you have your floor plan, we arrive at our new home. What happens then? Can you go into a little bit more about that, and when you're finished look like?
Absolutely. So our goal is to make sure, and this is where we start, when we're in your current home, we will actually take pictures of everything. The exact way you have it set up is our goal to have it set up when you move. So from hanging pictures on the wall to putting your perfumes in the correct place on your putting your favorite coffee mug available at the front of your cabinet. So our goal is to really make sure that we understand everything that's important to you, that when we leave your home from unpacking, you feel at home. So that's what that really looks like. We have a team of movers, professional movers that are Wayforth employees that will come in, unpack, and our move team will actually unpack for you. We'll walk you through. We actually typically allow you a night. So we'll come in, we'll do the major unpacking, and then we'll come back the next morning and say, have you decided on, do you like something somewhere else? What are your thoughts on this? So really understanding again that it is a process and it's a lot going on. So we're giving you the time built in to make those decisions. And if you don't like something in a week, we'll come back and we'll take that painting off the wall and move it somewhere else. So really our goal when we leave you, when we leave the home is to make sure that that feels like your home now, and that it feels familiar to you. It gives you that sense of, okay, it's not exactly what I'm used to, but my favorite mug is here.
Mm-hmm.
And my favorite lamp is exactly where it should be.
I mean, especially, I mean, your service, obviously the professionalism and the experience is invaluable, but nowadays a lot of families who may have lived near each other and would have been able to rely on their children or other family members to help, you're separated. So you come in and you kind of, you're not taking that place, but you'll be able to provide a service for people who do not have that local support, which is just such a gift.
Absolutely. And especially in this time, and that's something I wanted to mention as
Oh,
well.
yes.
Wayforth, we have a program called Way Safe. So we'll come in exactly. We have COVID protocols every day. So every day when we walk into our office, we're getting our temperature checked and we have questionnaires. In addition, our teams are in the process of getting vaccinated. So especially because we work with a lot of assisted living communities and continuing care communities,
Mm-hmm.
our biggest goal is to make sure that you are safe. So that is something that's very important to us, and that's something that we're working every day to get us all up to 100% vaccinated.
Oh, fantastic. And I know we talked a little bit earlier before we pressed record about storage and some new things that you have going on, new opportunities there.
Yeah, absolutely. So Wayforth is actually in the process of moving ourselves. So
Should be very efficient at it. So
absolutely. And we are headed, so currently we're in Howard County, our local office in Maryland, but we do have the offices in Virginia, we're in New York, Connecticut, we're all along the Eastern coast there. So we definitely assist with any long distance moves as well. But we are headed over to Anne Arundel County, so right down the street. But with us moving to the new location, we have a huge storage facility now. So that's something that we can offer increasingly, as far as, again, if you run into those items and you're not really sure if that you're ready to let that go, we have the solution for you. So we do concierge service as far as storage. So we, you select what you would like out of the vault, and we can deliver it straight to your door.
Oh,
and
wow.
our larger facility, we can do it a lot more. So again, our goal is to make you make those decisions, but again, we understand that sometimes you just can't. So we want to make sure that we're not saying no. We have a solution for you.
All these wows that I keep saying are like, oh, I wish we had had that when we were helping my parents move, or I wish we had had that when we were moving. I mean, our biggest tip that we had in all those moves we finally got was to pack one box that says open first. And so we could actually sleep on a bed with sheets and have, a couple of things that next day.
Absolutely.
Military movers are great. They're not this.
It's the next step where we don't want you to have to think about it. So that's something our project will meet with you on the first day of the move, and we make those decisions. What are you going to need? What is that coffee? Again, the coffee mug is a big thing for
it is. It's a comfort. It's a comfort item, and it's
exactly. What's your favorite chair? We want to make sure that in this process we have you, because again, sometimes it is multiple days of unpacking, just perfecting. So we want to make sure that you have that access, and that's something we'll pack the truck where that's the first thing we're pulling out, and it's available for you. And then another thing I wanted to mention, especially if you are making those moves, a lot of things you're going to be thinking about cleaning or selling your house. So we do clear outs and prep for sale. So we have partnerships with realtors, but we can work directly with our clients as well, where we will actually clear out your entire house, and we will make sure that it's broom ready. And we also have staging services. So definitely, again, just going along that process of now you're in a new place, let's get your old house sold. So that's a solution that Wayforth can offer as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. You really do cover it from beginning to end. That's wonderful. Well, Carmen, I'm just thrilled that you were able to join us. Wayforth is able to join us for our fair, and we have all your contact information and on your webpage here. And just thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. You as well. Thank you.
Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.